Hello and welcome again to my channel, Learn with Miles. In today's video, this will be the continuation of my previous video in which I was talking about types of tenses. Now I will continue to discuss with the following. Now let's start from the present perfect tense. What is the present perfect tense? The present perfect tense is used to indicate a link between the present and the past. It must be used for action and conditions that began in the past and still exist in the present. For example, I have lived in the same apartment for 2 years. They have been married since 1980. He has traveled around the world. To create the present perfect of any verb, you will combine the present tense of the verb to have plus the past participle of the main verb of the sentence, just like this. Present perfect, has or have, plus the past participle. Have or has is the present tense, while gone is the past participle of go. However, in some other cases, we'll also use been, especially when we're talking about life experiences. So present perfect, which is also known as present perfective tense, is a combination of the past participle, ending in in, n, d, or ed of the main verb and some form of an auxiliary such as has, in case of singular, and have in case of plural subject. Next, present perfect continuous or progressive tense. Now what is the present perfect continuous tense? The present perfect continuous tense shows that something started in the past and is continuing in the present. The present perfect continuous or present progressive tense usually emphasizes duration or the amount of time that action has been taking place. The present perfect continuous is formed using have or has plus been plus present plus participle. Example, I have been going. He has been going. Question is indicated by inverting the subject and has or have. Negative is made with not. Example, you have been waiting here for 2 hours. In question, have you been waiting here for 2 hours? Negative, you have not been waiting here for 2 hours. So the present perfect continuous tense expressing an action that started in the past and continued to present or recently stopped. It is used to state at a point in the past. A time reference is also used in the sentence to show that when the action started in the past or for how long the action continued. The specific words like since and for are used in sentence to show the time of action. The word since is used to the exact starting time. For example, since Monday at 3 p.m., while the word for is used to express the amount of time. For example, for 3 hours, for 6 months, for which the action was continued. Example, he has been living in New York since 1983. She has been studying this book for 3 months. She has been listening to music for 2 hours. I have been watching the movie since 3 o'clock. Take note, if the subject sentence is she, he, it, or singular noun, the auxiliary verb has been is used. If the subject sentence is they, you, or a plural noun, the auxiliary verb have been is used. Next, past perfect tense. Now what is the past perfect tense? The past perfect is also called as pluperfect. It's a verb tense used to talk about an action that was completed before some point in the past. For example, she had met him before the party. The plane had left by the time I got to the airport. Kate had wanted to see the movie, but she didn't have enough money for the ticket. So the past perfect tense indicates that an action was completed at some point in the past before something else happened. This tense is formed with the past tense form of to have or had plus the past participle of the verb, which can be either regular or irregular form. Next, past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous tense, also known as the past progressive tense, shows that an action started in the past continued up until another time of the past. The past perfect continuous tense is constructed using had been plus the verb's present participle. Example: we had been waiting for an hour before we were told that the concert had been cancelled. The president had been speaking for almost 2 hours when the protesters arrived. I had been working at the company for 5 years when I got a promotion. When, for, since, and before are words that you may see used alongside the past perfect continuous tense. Here are some other examples. Martha had been walking 3 miles a day before she broke her leg. The program that was terminated had been working well since 1945. The past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense are almost the same, but the differences between them are the past perfect continuous is focuses on the duration of the activity, while the past perfect simple suggests something more permanent than the past perfect continuous, which can imply that something is temporary. Next, future perfect tense. Future perfect tense is used to indicate a future event that has definitive and date. It follows a general formula of will plus have plus verb ending in -ed, just like this. Future perfect: will plus have plus past participle. He will have gone. Example: he will have become a millionaire by the time he is 20. By this time next year, we will have been married for 30 years. If all goes well by March 2021, I will have finished my university degree. So the future perfect tense is used to explain an activity that will be completed by a certain time in the future. We add a timed expression such as by the time, by then, by the year, or etc. to describe these kinds of activities. Lastly, future perfect continuous. The future perfect continuous or progressive tense is used to talk about an action that will already have started and will still be happening by a certain time in the future. We use time expressions such as for 30 minutes and since early morning to describe the length of time the activity has already going on. To form a sentence in the future perfect progressive, use will plus have plus being verbing, the present participle from the verb, such as future perfect progressive or continuous, will plus have plus been plus verb plus ing. For example, he will have been working. The movie will have been playing for 30 minutes by the time we get to the theater. By the time we get here, we will have been building a house for a year. So future perfect continuous or progressive tense is used to emphasize the duration of future action that occurs before another future usually occurs with a for plus period expression. Thank you for watching. If you learned something in this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more educational videos.